Alright, we're going to do a walk around of this new cage setup. I just made a whole bunch of new stuff in the past week. Just don't mind the mess on the floor around it though, because I haven't vacuumed after cleaning up the cage. So, oh, in the dark. First, we've modified the infamous boob hammock. It works better if you leave the wire in it, because you see this cup stays out a bit further, and this cup's a bit more shriveled because it doesn't have the wire that the other one has. I noticed my girls are going on top of the water bottle a lot, because the water bottle and the cube are both right there. They can climb up and get right into there, and that's two little nesting spots for them. We have the cube. The cube's a lot of fun for them. Hi, ladies. I made a corner hammock here. Let's get the light a bit closer so I'm standing in front of it. So this one's just a little ratty, it's my old pajamas, quarter hammock there, but they seem to like it so far. And here in the corner I've got a box, just a regular box. I just put a hole in the top so that I can still fold it to close it. Some paper and some other stuff in there so that way they can explore. Watch out, girls. Watch out, ladies. Ah, there's a box that's coming on your head. Okay, stand there and sniff. I will keep showing. I've got my little log house there. It's just from Living World. You can get it wherever you get Living World stuff. Okay, we can put that down now. I get a bunch of these little boxes from work all the time, so they'd be hard to get, but this size is the perfect size, and as you can see, they like chewing other little holes into it, so I just put paper and stuff there. It's a bit ratty, but I haven't gotten any more new ones in a while, so we're just going to leave it. This tube, and you would think, you put it next to one of the rats, and you think they can't get through it. I thought so too. I thought Alice was going to be the only one to be able to use it, but actually they all seem to run right through it. Apollo's container, of course, because poor Apollo can't live without her container. And then we have the wheel back here in the corner. I wanted to try moving it to the side of the cage because Artemis likes to sleep behind it, and I'd like to encourage her to sleep somewhere a little bit more comfy. Then under here we have this hammock, which is just half an old pillowcase. It's actually held up quite a while. They've chewed this hole here, but they haven't really chewed more. They just seem to like to be able to poke their head out when we come over without actually having to get out of the hammock. Maybe baby Alice will do it right now for you. Perhaps not. Oh, she already came down. Hi, Alice. This is a bird toy. They're much harder for them to take apart than the other one, you want the ball clear? They're much harder for them to take apart than the rat ones, so I like that better. And of course we have a bunch of just cut up toilet paper rolls because they're fun to chew, and sometimes they stick their heads into them. They like to fight them sometimes too. Okay, then I switched it up a bit, and down here is where I put the house this time. Oops, so you can see the house back there in the corner. Moved one of the food dishes down here just for their all the time little pellets. Now, they were really antsy about being down at the bottom of the cage because I think it's too open when you have cats. So what I did is I took the roof off the house because God knows the girls knock it over all the time anyways, and it was too dangerous. I haven't had the roof off on it in a long time. So that you can see is held right up there. It's held because the metal part comes down there, it blocks it there, and then it's blocked down there at the bottom too. So it's really sturdy, and they're definitely feeling a lot more comfortable about that. And there's another box there, a line of Kleenex boxes in the background. They love the Kleenex boxes. Rue especially loves that bright green one there. This is still, well, that's almost but its last little dust there. They like chewing it. You find little bits of plastic all over the cage. But they really, really like, you can see Rue pushing her boxes around already. Getting them where she wants them to be. Yeah, they really like those kind of little baskets to be able to hide in. I've got a tiny baby rat wheel back there. Let's see if we can see that a bit better. Can you see that? Right by Rue, that green thing there. It's just a little baby rat wheel. I guess the kind you get for a hamster or something. Just the silent spinner. It's too small for them, but we use it as a litter pan, and they like to use that as a litter pan. These rolls are awesome, but Rue doesn't like her tunnels rolling, so I just cut a little strip in the bottom, spread it a little bit, and it makes this, holds it much more sturdy. She can climb right on top of that now, and she likes that. Rue, where are you moving the boxes to? These ones do roll, but I'm not sure why she doesn't mind those ones too much. I don't think she really goes in them. She just chews the edges. What it is it's 2 industrial toilet paper rolls taped together. And we've made really big tunnels with it. Again, I get those from work. But I'm sure if you know somebody who works as a janitor somewhere, they could give you that. And then the last thing is, this is a pant leg of my pajama pants, and we've just made 5 little clips so we can make it into a tunnel hammock, which is going to be great for Rue because she's naked and it's winter. Hi, Paulo. Hello. What are you doing, baby? That's Mommy's camera. It's very sniffable things, I see that. And Rue hasn't tried it yet, but Ophelia was in there earlier during their playtime, and Prim was absolutely loving it. So we'll see how that goes. Now I just have my Living World water bottles here. I have the bigger one up top, the food one. And if you just get a little baby brush, you can clean the nozzles really well. Hi, kangaroo. Are you chewing the wall? We're gonna chew the wall a little bit. Okay. Bye, kangaroo. So yeah, that's the cage. Pretty proud of the set. Oh, actually, that's not the whole cage. So Rue, none of the other girls like this hammock that's back here, but it's a ferret one, and I got it because they had when they were younger, they had a little circled one that had edges all the way around, and they really loved that one. And it has this fuzzy part here, so I figured they would really like it. They don't at all, except Rue. So this is down in Rue's part here, and she loves sleeping on that. I just put it behind the other tunnel, and she can get up on it from the house, because it's a little bit harder for her to climb than the other girls. And yeah, that's it. That double ferret nation's pretty awesome. Another thing that I like to do that I have been talking a lot about lately. Ooh, okay, Alice, can we get in the cage, please? Thank you. Good girl. Is having a blanket around one side of the cage. Again, rats really like to be closed in, so this makes them feel a lot more secure, and it's just a light sheet. It's definitely breathable. I just tied it to the top like you're tying a homemade hammock, and they go through it. They pull it right into the cage. They chew holes in it, so quite obviously do not use a blanket that you're going to be upset about if it gets wrecked. But that is the rat cage, and that just will sit like that. I keep it really loose because that way I can flip it just back like that when I want to go see them because they pull it in probably in about 10 minutes from now. Half of it will be pulled into the cage. It won't really make a difference, but every night and every morning we... Throwing paper at me? Do you want this back? Every night and every morning we pull it back out, and they have a lot of fun tucking it right back in. I like to put paper in the bottom of the cube, just because they have a tendency to not use the litter box for peeing, and I like to make sure that they... Hi, baby Alice, what are you doing? Mommy's got nothing in her hand. It's easier to change paper every day than to try and wash their cube every day or have to take their cube out every day. So I definitely suggest that if you have something thicker like this, something that you don't have two of, you can't wash every day, you can't change when it gets as easy when it gets dirty, because this they use constantly. It gets dirty every day. Alice, you're really in my face right now. These they won't use every day. It won't get as dirty as fast. So that's easy enough to change. But these cubes are expensive. I don't have a replacement for that, but it's something that they love so much that for me to have to wash it as often as it would need washed without using paper is just absolutely ridiculous. So I do that, or sometimes we'll take some old socks and put that in the bottom there. Whatever really that we want to use, but the paper I can change every day, so I prefer that. Okay, well, this is me signing off, and yeah, that's the new setup.